Your soulmate felt your pain before you even opened your eyes. This morning, they whispered your name in a room that's never held you. The ache in your chest, that was them remembering. You weren't alone. Their spirit wrapped around your breath. They woke up reaching for a ghost with your name on it. They heard a song and broke because it sounded like your goodbye. Your energy made their heart flinch at 6:03 a.m. They felt your sadness without knowing why. Your silence spoke louder than every word they've ever heard. Heaven let them feel what you didn't say. This morning, their soul tried to find yours again. They looked for you in the sky, just in case. They almost called. Almost. Their chest tightened when they thought you moved on. You weren't just a dream. You're the reason they woke up shaking. Something holy touched them, and it felt like you. They don't know what's coming, but their heart knows it's you. You brushed against them, in thought, in soul, in silence. The tears you hid reached them anyway. You never left. That's why they still ache like it's day one. They knew something sacred shifted. It was you remembering them. The light looked different because they hoped to see you again. Their souls screamed your name before their lips could. You've become their first breath of every day. They felt you before they remembered your name. The pull was undeniable. Your spirit brushed against theirs. They thought it was anxiety. It was your memory returning. God woke them with your name carved into their heartbeat. They prayed for clarity, and your face appeared. They opened their eyes and saw you in someone else's dream. You were their first thought and final regret. Their soul whispered, "Don't give up," when yours almost did. You passed through their thoughts like a holy interruption. Their chest tightened because your energy still visits uninvited. You are the reason their dreams don't feel like sleep. They couldn't explain the ache. Heaven did. It was you. This morning, time bent around your name. They felt something was missing. It was your presence. They stopped mid-prayer because your name took over. You are the echo in their quietest moments. They gasped at nothing because your soul just touched theirs. You were never a coincidence. You were the morning answer. Someone's chest just cracked open. Your memory poured out. They couldn't remember the dream, but they remembered you. Their body stayed still. Their spirit searched for you. They woke up missing someone they never got over. Your name was the first pain they felt today. Their heart recognized a presence no one else could see. The moment they blinked, you were there. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. They didn't choose to remember you. God made them. Their eyes opened, and your absence roared. Their hands shook. That was your energy arriving. You were in their thoughts before they remembered themselves. You're not forgotten. You're felt like breath, like fire. They felt an ache that belonged to you. You were the gravity in their first step today. Their soul trembled. It knows you're near. They didn't dream of you. They felt you. You are the weight beneath their smile today. They thought they were healing until this morning. You walked through their chest before their alarm even rang. They felt peace, then pain, then you. They can't describe the ache, but it spells your name. They thought they were free. Then you showed up in spirit. They sat in silence because your energy arrived too loud. They opened their window. Your soul was already there. You are the prayer they can't stop repeating. Their thoughts betrayed them. You took over. They don't know why they cried this morning, but you do. They stopped believing until your memory returned uninvited. You are the pulse they can't quiet. They reached for water. Their hands shook. Their peace cracked when your face crossed their mind. They asked God why they still feel you. You're the truth buried under all their distractions. They smelled your perfume in a room you've never entered. You are still alive in their bones. Their soul trembled like it did the day you left. They felt you before they felt their breath. You passed through their veins like morning thunder. They shook off their dream, but your presence lingered. They looked into nothing and still saw your eyes. Your name fell from their lips in sleep. They touched their chest. It was aching with memory. They're not done with you. and heaven knows it. You're the one they can't unfeel. Their heartbeat stumbled when they sensed you nearby. They were flooded with feeling, and only you made sense. The room felt colder when you left their thoughts. Their souls stammered, trying to forget you. They can't find their peace. You're holding it. You didn't appear. You returned. Your name has gravity. They're falling again. They walked into today, feeling like they lost you twice. Their silence is sacred. You still live in it. They tried to smile. Your memory broke through. They asked the sky for something holy. You showed up. Your energy pressed against them like a heartbeat. They opened their eyes and remembered why they loved you. You are the pulse behind every pause they make today. They closed their eyes. Your name stayed open. They felt something shift, and it was your name returning. Your silence reached them faster than sound. They felt the universe bend toward you again. They lit a candle for peace. Your name rose in the smoke. Their memory screamed, but your name whispered louder. They dropped something this morning. Maybe it was pride. You are the one thought they won't confess. They looked in the mirror and saw your absence. You are the ache they wake up with daily. Their soul flinched the moment you crossed their mind. They felt hope, then remembered you. Their body moved, but your presence anchored them. You walked through them like a lost wind. They still check rooms for your energy. They smiled at someone else and saw you. You are still the reason they tremble without reason. They asked God to remove you. He answered with memory. They felt their chest crack when your name echoed. They didn't see you, but they felt you arrive. Your name still makes their blood sing. They felt your sorrow before you said a word. You are the shadow that waits beside their peace. You never left. They just stopped listening. You are the yes that still shakes their no. They felt everything, but said nothing. You weren't in their dream. You were the dream. You're not just memory. You are magnet. They don't know why today hurts. It's your ache arriving. Your love is still living in their bones. They pretend to forget, but their body remembers. You passed them like a breeze, and they froze. You were never meant to be forgotten. Their soul is rehearsing your name again. You are the presence behind their pause. They wanted peace, but got your spirit instead. They can't outrun a soul connection. They whispered something to the wind. It returned with your name. You made the sky feel too small. You are the morning they can't get over. They tried to move on. Their soul didn't. You passed by them today and thought in ache and light. They looked up suddenly. Your spirit was near. They forgot the dream, but not the feeling. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. They felt you before the sun rose. It wasn't a dream. Their heartbeat changed when your name moved through them. You were their first ache this morning. Your silence shook their bones at dawn. Heaven woke them with the weight of your soul. They reached for nothing, but it felt like you. You breathed their name in spirit. They heard it. The space beside them pulsed with your presence. You are the ache behind their stillness. They remembered you before remembering themselves. You passed through their spirit like light through water. You are the pulse they can't explain. They woke up crying and didn't know why. Your memory bled into their reality. The moment they opened their eyes, you walked in. They tried to pray, but your name rose instead. You are the fire that stirred their breath. They felt you inside the silence. You are the reason they paused in the mirror. Your soul leaned into theirs, and they trembled. You were their first word and thought. They smiled for no reason. You were the reason. They dreamed of someone holding them. It was you. Your sadness arrived in their chest. They felt full and didn't know it was your love. You are the prayer they didn't know they spoke. Their hands shook. It was the memory of yours. You moved through their sleep like wind through a veil. They felt you so clearly they whispered, "Don't go." Their heartbeat slowed when your name passed through. You never said a word. They still heard it. They didn't see your face, but their spirit knew. You are still the only peace that wakes them. You whispered in their bones, "I'm still here." They felt a pull so strong it broke logic. You appeared inside their stillness. Their soul held its breath for you. You weren't imagined, you were summoned. Your energy stood beside their bed. They felt a warmth. It was your love, remembering. They turned toward the window. Your name had arrived. You moved them before they moved. They didn't dream of you. They felt you. You were the light behind their eyelids. They knew it was you before they remembered your name. Their spirit rose to meet you before they did. You touched them where no one else can reach. They closed their eyes again, hoping you'd return. Their soul stirred because you called it. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. They felt your grief as if it were their own. You were the soft thunder in their chest. They woke haunted but healed. You crossed a spiritual line. They felt the tremor. Their body stayed still. Their heart chased you. They couldn't speak. Your name filled their lungs. You passed them like breath through fog. Their tears weren't theirs alone. You are the ache they've never explained. This morning broke them with your memory. They lit a candle and saw your shadow move. Your name was a ripple through their spine. You are the ghost they welcome. They looked for you without knowing. Your silence knocked. Their heart opened. They swore they were done. Then you visited. You returned like old light, sudden, sacred. They reached for their chest, thinking it was pain. It was you. You whispered in the quiet parts of them. They felt clarity for the first time because of you. You were never just a thought. You're their pulse. Their bones still remember your weight. They said your name in sleep. The air caught it. You crossed their spirit at 5:11 a.m. They woke up forgiven. You're the reason. They were still. You moved everything inside them. You showed up when they were forgetting how to believe. They smiled through tears. You visited again. You are the echo under their peace. They blinked. You were behind their eyes. You filled their chest before breath could. Your presence tasted like memory and mercy. You've become the holy ache in their mourning. Their soul cried out, and you answered. They saw your shadow in their dream light. You moved through them like prophecy. They tried to go back to sleep, but you stayed. You are the truth their heart won't shut out. They swore off love. Then you arrived uninvited. You are still their unfinished sentence. They touched their own face and thought of yours. You didn't knock. You walked in. Their breath deepened when yours brushed past. You showed up in the place they hide from. They felt something holy, and it spoke your name. You are the ache that feels like home. Their peace was you in disguise. They broke open in silence. You stirred the ashes. They remembered fire. They asked for a sign, and you arrived. You are the silence that shatters their forgetting. They woke up praying to forget, and instead remembered everything. You're the one love they still tremble for. You haunted their mourning with holy longing. You weren't a memory. You were the awakening. They felt loved without reason. The reason was you. Their mouth said nothing. Their soul said your name. You are the unspoken prayer they live inside. They've built walls, but your energy slipped through. You were the light beneath their breath. They thought of you and wept for no reason. You crossed their thoughts like a forgotten hymn. They felt you in the wind against their ribs. You were the presence behind their sudden peace. They saw your silhouette in their reflection. You burned into their mourning like a sacred ache. Their silence made room for your memory. They touched their chest. Your love knocked again. They smiled like you never left. You arrived before their breath did. You passed through their coffee steam like blessing. You moved them, and they still don't know why. Their voice broke when they tried to say your name. You're the reason their heart won't close. They love you in silence, louder than any vow. You visited their dream with no warning. They heard your name in a stranger's tone. You never left. They just stopped admitting it. Their bones still hum with your presence. You showed up before they remembered what pain was. They didn't expect you, but they hoped anyway. You are their beautiful ruin. Their soul knew you were close. You became their morning truth. They woke up different. You passed through. You are the memory they build their mornings around. They felt an ache so deep it tasted like you. You are their unfinished prayer. They told God they were fine. God sent you. You flickered behind their thoughts like light through grief. They knew it was you. They just didn't want to admit it. You showed up without needing to arrive. They know you're coming. Their spirit has made room. You're the stillness that speaks the loudest. They remembered who they were when they felt you again. You are not memory. You are presence. Their love never ended. It just hid in daylight. You returned like thunder with no storm. They felt your goodbye all over again. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more.